Hello everyone. Today's video is dedicated to all the women out there who really love to wear different types of earrings, but then they have very tough time in organizing them and getting just the right set in the time they really need it. So today's video will be discussing about the types of earrings and my way of organizing them to have it very handy and hassle free, of course. Now here are a few varieties of earrings that I have and I feel everyone also would try having. So I've categorized them. Now let's go through each category and see how we can organize each category separately. And here we have this model. I call it as stud model. It's a stud which extends the earlobe and also has a dangling. Okay, so this is one category I've put it under. Now there are these kind of hoops. I think everyone from the childhood, they would really like these hoops, but yeah, it suits only a few people. And then we have these kind of hangings. Most of Indians have this. We categorize them as junk jewelry in common because of the metal they're used. Now they have very long dangling. Some of them are very heavy, some of them look heavy but are very lightweight, but down the line we check for this. So it has a hook that hangs out of the ear. Okay, this is one category. So the hook category is one separately. Then we have this stud which doesn't have any dangling like so, but then the whole piece, the earpiece itself, will extend your earlobe. I mean the lower part of your earlobe. So this is one category I've put. Now there is this other classic category called studs. These are just studs and they just sit on your earlobe, the lower part of your earlobe. So this is basically something which you use on a little professional note. Now these are the categories I have. Let me show how I organize all these under separate boxes or whatever they are. And note that my approach is always go budget friendly. Do not go so extravagant while you organize. Let's start with this smallest category of studs. So for this I have ordered a small organizer. Actually the purpose was for travel, but then I kind of used it to organize this. I ordered this organizer from Amazon, and you see here this is now available even on Meesho, so please go ahead whichever is of less cost and budget friendly for you. This comes with a opening flap like this. You see here there are 4 divisions. What happens is when you open it, it just unfolds this way. Okay, this is very small. In the images you see that it's too big. So if you have something like this and it has like 1 2 3 4 5 6 slots, then yeah, it's pretty much this size. That's all. There is one more category I would want to show is which are studs but very small hoops as well. Yeah, this kind of rings also, they do fit in here, so I have put it here. Okay, and be careful when you are using this kind of dangling materials. This why I put here is because of the screw at the back side. See, you have it like that gold screw, although this is not gold. That's how you got it. So I found this is the right place to put it in, which is very handy and quick to take it off. But then be careful, if this dangling is so big, then when you close the box, right, it will be a hassle for you because it will just not close. So for the next category we have this extending lobe stud with a hanging. Now for this, what I suggest doing is just take these things out, pair them, keep them always as a pair together. Now how you would do that is, remember we get lot of these kind of things, right, for your earrings. What I do, we women are really well known to hoard on things, so I hoard on these kind of things. What I do is I just collect them, I put these things through it, and I'll just cut it off to wherever it's required. For example, now this is the part that has to be stable. This can be hanging, but this should be stable. That's when it doesn't tangle with the other earrings. So what I do, I just cut it up to here. Yeah, you might think, what about this whole part? So when you put this whole part into any box or something, it occupies lot of space. So what I do is, now I already have some things with me. So for example, this is the one. I have this, I put it like that. Yeah, and then I also do this, put it like this. So now even you put it in a box, you will only find this together as a pair no matter what, and it doesn't mix with anything else. Now for this, what I have done is I have this box. So you see here, this is why I say I'm very budget friendly. I just reused a box which my brother had. And yeah, one more thing, the science behind using a black box or something like this, you know, which conceals everything, is so that the color doesn't fade in the progress of time. Now see here, this box is full of this kind of earrings which I have placed. Now I can pick just anything like this and I would get it as a pair. If even I pick something from the lower layer also, it just doesn't tangle, it stays put. So this is the magic and beauty of, you know, organizing it in this way. So you see here I have so many, you know, these kind of things, but even these don't tangle. Yeah, preferably if you have black boxes, please use them, or something which is opaque, please use them. Do not throw them away, because this is one handy way of using the boxes. Come to the next category, which are studs that stay put on your earlobe and they do not dangle as well. So now for this kind of category, I have a box here. So this is something I already had ordered on Amazon, which came with some earrings, but I just gifted them away and I just reused the box. But then if you do not have something like this, I'd suggest there was another video, I'll put the link in this video in the description, where you can just use a simple box and put a thermocol sheet at the bottom, and you can just punch holes in it, or maybe when you're just putting your earrings itself, it will auto punch holes. So for this, the rubbers will be there to here and you can just place them anywhere. So now you might have one more question, like, Olive, you have told that this kind of studs have to go into that category and this kind of danglings have to go into that box, but why is it here now? Well, this is your personal call. Maybe you can say earring discrimination. So these are something which are very small. I mean, compared to the ones that I have in this box, if you see here, see, this is like the minimum size I have in that box and how small it is. So I have a problem that maybe it might get lost. So that's the reason I put it here. But then yeah, it's your call, you can go ahead and do that. And why I put these studs here is these are plastic and the ones in there have stones or they're metallic. Moving on to the next category, or these two, which I have categorized at the moment together. But yeah, I think maybe you can suggest different ideas to me as well. Yeah, take the hoop and loosen it. This is very simple. You can do it with any cloth that you have in home. I would suggest use a jute bag, I mean, which you get from D-Mart or, you know, any other provision store, the cloth bag. So put it on top of this and then place it inside. Yeah, I'm sorry, you'll have to place it this way, tighten it, make it so stiff enough that you can hang things onto it. So for example, you see here, this is what I have done. So you see here, it just hangs and nothing gets tangled. You can just pick it and use it however you want and whenever you want. Just ensure whatever you're hanging this to has to be very sturdy, like maybe on a nail or a screw to the wall, or if it's inside the cupboards that you're hanging it, ensure that the hooks are very strong inside the cupboard. Okay, so now how do I use this is, like for example, this is the one. What I've chosen is the ones which are very heavy and, you know, which are very long. Please do not put them here because they're going to occupy too much of space, you see here, and then it looks very clumsy. So use the corners or the edges, one part of the edges, just for these kind of long earrings. Now speaking of hoops, I preferred putting that hoops also to the edges, like maybe make one corner and select one corner and just poke them in. So you see here, these are already that kind of hoops that I have done. I need to use two hands for this, so yeah, excuse me for that. But yeah, this is my approach of having hangings. You might be seeing a lot of this even in the shops, so that is the inspiration I've got. Maybe if you find other organizers, please go ahead and do it, but this is a very efficient and budget friendly thing that I have found, and we can play around with this colors and all. And if you're really good at artistic work, you can repaint this, make some art on top of this. I hope today's video has been helpful for a lot of people out there. Do let me know what you like the most in this, and also give me suggestions on how to organize even more, and even other categories that you would like to see more. And please like and share to your friends out there. Thank you.